Hi, my name is Ellen Parrish, and I'm a freshman at the University of Kentucky.
My name is Weston Taylor Joseph Earp.
My name is Jenna Wilson. I'm a freshman at the University of Kentucky.
Bennett Lapora.
What are your opinions on gun control?
I personally support the use of guns, so I'm against gun control.
I believe that we should not have gun control.
My family owns a lot of guns for safety, but also for like shooting for fun.
Personally, my entire family has concealed carry licenses.
How would you be affected if gun control was implemented?
If gun control was implemented, I feel like I would feel less safe in my home because we would not be able to have like concealed weapons for safety. And that makes me feel a lot better when I know that there's like something that if there was a situation could save me in some way.
I feel that I would not be or my family would not be as protected. It's knowing that in the back of your mind that you have protection if you ever need it.
And I feel like also my family would have like less things to do. Like I said, we like shoot for fun, so that would lose a bonding experience for me and my family.
I would define gun control as the government putting regulations on who can own the guns and when they can use them.
I would define gun control as implementing laws to better protect the citizens here in America, to make sure that people who are either criminally insane or have committed prior felonies or have like a illegal use desires for the guns, and they have no business owning them. However, with that said, it's also in our rights to own guns, but I believe it's the duty as Congress to implement laws in order to make sure to keep its people of America safe and to make sure that the guns don't fall into the wrong hands.
I do not think gun control should be implemented because I feel that people that don't abide by laws, they're not going to follow any implementation that the government would put on guns, and the only thing they would succeed in is taking guns away from people that do follow the laws and that would be able to use them to protect themselves and their families.
I think gun control should be implemented to a certain extent, as far as to every person who purchases a firearm should have to go through an extensive background check, as well as possibly other family members, but I don't really think that's going to be a terrible thing because a background check takes maybe a week. You go in on Monday, if you say, hey, I want to buy this firearm, worst case scenario, you get it next Monday, So it's not a bad thing, I think, but it's a very necessary thing in order to make sure that the firearms that are here in America do not fall into the wrong hands.
Personally, it would affect me. I do own guns, and so they would take them away, and that would make me feel very unsafe, living in a house, knowing that, if someone were to break in, that I wouldn't have a very good form of protection for me and anyone else that I loved, because they would have power over me, and I wouldn't like that.
Well, I know that some of the laws in gun control have parts that talk about clips not exceeding like 13 rounds, and that wouldn't affect me terribly. However, I would say that I myself have a target shooting clip for a .22 rifle that holds up to 35, 40 rounds, but I'm not a terrorist, and I don't wish harm against anyone. So I think that for people who use them as I do, there's nothing wrong with. But then again, we can't discriminate on how I use it and how other people use it. So there's that kind of rule. As far as me personally, I don't think it would harm me that much. I mean, if I had to take the 35 round clip, I'd let them have it. But as far as me, I don't think it would affect me very much personally, other than the fact that I can't buy rounds for my gun when I want to, if I want to go target practice or whatnot, because it's so hard to find ammunition.